I have 3 guests tonight, and we could start with Johnny. Would you introduce yourself and tell our audience what you do?
Absolutely. My name is Johnny Gonzales. I'm the Workforce Development Manager for the Greater Gallup Economic Development Corporation.
Okay. You?
Hello, my name is Michelle Pat. I'm a student with GGEDC.
Okay.
And I'm Daniel Jaramillo. I'm also a student at GGEDC.
Okay, very good. So, Daniel, where did this project get started? How did it get started?
Daniel or me?
I'm sorry, Johnny.
It started from the need for area workforce to know the area jobs that are available. And there is a huge disconnect. So what Patty Lundstrom, our state representative and the executive director of the Greater Gallup Economic Development Corporation, did was reach out and did surveys with local employers and said, what's your biggest need? And workforce always came up as something that was going to be integral to their success. Because even though they had the ability to run their machines, they didn't have the people to do it. So what Patty decided to do was to initiate her own program and start up something that can provide the local area individuals to be part of the workforce.
Okay, we'll get back to that because I have some comments about that too. So tell me, what are you doing with this program?
Right now I'm skill building for a stronger resume and for it to be attracted by a long-term career that I'm to be secure in the future, say within the next 3 years. And the skill building it's really worthwhile. I built a zeal for the construction business, so I'm really living it right now.
Great. So skill building, what does that mean to you?
Well, right now the book curriculum, we're learning a lot about safety training, proper gear to be wearing, and we started off with construction framing, you know, just the basic knowledge of how to use your tools, proper ways of handling safety and following guidelines, you know, around the warehouse building. Just
how not to put a dent when you nail that nail into the wood, right? So
yes,
you do it right.
And how to, you know, not poke anyone's eye out.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, or get poisoned and, you know, learn how to handle your chemicals. And
so you're studying that too? Yes,
in book curriculum. We have about 2 days out of the week, depending how busy we are. Right now we're 6 weeks into the program and it's starting to be a little fast pace, but it's been rewarding. I'm gaining a lot of knowledge on framing, and we did some plumbing work throughout the houses that we're building.
Wonderful. Okay. So what is it that you're doing?
Right now, today we went to welding. We learned how to work the acetylene torch and also make the different processes of welding and how they stick together, how they, just the different processes and how to do them correctly, safely. And pretty much just getting us introduced to a new field of the environment that we're ready to do.
So did they show you how to make a seamless weld yet?
A seamless?
Yeah, so you don't see it?
That's
coming.
Much. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, if you look at things that have been manufactured by experts, you can't even see where the weld is. It's that beautiful.
They're that great at it.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a goal to think about when you start welding.
Yeah, and as you progress, so will our work. we're learning, like I said, at the very base, and
Sure.
as we excel through the program offers us a bunch of knowledge in these business, or these for the workforce, you know what I mean, for like construction, welding, factories, places we're going to be needed in. So it's kind of good for the town to become involved in this.
Okay, all right. Well, Johnny, I'm going to share with you what I've observed over the years, is that we have all these needs and the opportunities for businesses to come into our counties, especially Cibola County, but here in McKinley County as well, but we have not had a real skilled workforce. And when you're wanting to attract industry, commerce and industry, you've got to have a skilled workforce. So I see that as a stepping stone from this program to attracting more businesses into our area, because now we have a skilled workforce.
Absolutely, and you know, to be frank, the background of this area, of all this area, Cibola County, McKinley County, San Juan County, has been trades, but they're more centered around the individual family. So whether it be herding, like sheep herding or cattle, livestock, you know, you need ranches for that, and you need to build corrals, and you need to build pens. There's a lot of silversmiths, and all that is trades, but it's all more oriented to the family. But they're all applicable trades or trade skills to other arenas. So what we're trying to do is take that mindset that these folks already have. It's instilled with them, and their passion for work and their passion for their work is huge. So taking that and transferring it over into the skills that are necessary for like you say, manufacturers that are coming in or could potentially come in, or that are already here, it's not easy, but it's feasible.
Right, it's doable.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure that you each, you know, we have goals,
Yes.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But oftentimes we don't reach the goals simply because we have not put the steps that are required to reach the goal. And so I believe that this program is going to give you that opportunity to not only have that timeline of I'm going to accomplish this now and something else, and then your goal is over here, and you've got a way of reaching that goal of security and financial stability.
Correct.
Yes, definitely. Right now, well, when we first did our questionnaires from the beginning, like the first day of class, they asked us, they did a little questionnaire like, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? And how is this program going to help you to attain that goal? So basically, the reason I'm really wanting to stay in this program is because I'm building skills, right? But what I really want to do is get into, I'm 34 years old, and I've done what I thought I wanted to do in life, but this is a different direction for me, and it feels a lot, you know, like I'm more comfortable in this field. So it's pointing me to what I want to do. So heavy equipment operating is something that they're training me, and the certifications, they're very expensive out there, but this program is helping me with that.
Isn't that wonderful to be able to leave the program as a heavy equipment operator?
Yes, and I believe I'm just really, I have a lot of faith in this program right now. So that's what I'm.
Well, I know in anything that I've just been reading or listening to a book on tape. You know Tony Dungy?
Yep.
Well, he's written a book, he's written several, but this one's called Quiet Strength. And there's so many qualities that he has in his life that has helped him to be successful. And if we focus on those qualities, those innate qualities that we each have, because you have things that God gave you that He didn't give me.
Yeah, everybody has their own skill that they're skilled in.
Right, and so as you begin to develop that innate quality that you have, that you were born with, and you enhance it with education and knowledge and skill and all of those other things, what's the result?
Greatness.
Success, right? Success. So, what is your goal in all of this?
My goal would be, see, they're showing us a lot of different trades or like skills, as in, like today, like I said, we did welding. That's particular what field I wanted to go in. So as I excel in it, I learn more to do with it, more how to operate the machines the correct way, and it's just, they're just gonna make us way better in the field that we want to do.
Now, this is the beginning of this program. Are you going to have advanced classes?
Yeah, so the ultimate goal is to be able to provide, we offer stackable credentials through the National Center for Construction Education and Research. So what we do is we introduce the core module, which is essentially the basics, introduction to construction, basic safety, construction math, plan reading, all these elements that are part of the core curriculum. And then we advance it into more instrumentation, tools of the trade, heavy equipment operation. And all these are stackable credentials. So as we progress, we will offer to our graduates and people that are participating in the program the ability to come back and add to their credentials. And I just wanted to touch on the fact that, you know, a lot of this could be done through a book, but it's not going to be as intense as it would be without the help of our partners. Four Corners Welding and Gas Supply helped us do the welding training. The New Mexico Solid Waste Authority, Billy Moore, is helping us do the heavy equipment training. We are going to get to tour the McKinley paper plant. And all these folks are folks that are part of the community, and they're a big part of wanting to see this be successful. So having them bought into this program has been huge. That way it's not just talking about it, but actually doing it and seeing it and being part of it. And you know, you can definitely measure success if you see something, you build it, and then you look at it. And the Southwest Indian Foundation is hosting us as far as building throughout the program, and that's been something that's been, you know, I don't even know how to equivocate what that would value to. It's crazy and it's awesome.
Okay, so you could become a master at your skill.
Yes. That's the idea right now.
Wonderful. We'll just keep that, because, you know, as we go through things in life, there can be some disappointments, right?
Right.
But if you continue and you keep that goal and that vision right there, don't let it out of your sight. No matter what you encounter, you keep that going, so that you mentioned the word earlier. What will you have?
Success.
Success, right? So, how will these other classes be implemented? How will you? Now, this is your first class,
Right.
and so we're just about ready to graduate this first class. So, how will we come alongside them and provide them with the next step?
So this class will end December 13th, but that's essentially the beginning of the relationship with this program. The training part is the introduction. So once they graduate from this program, that just means they've started the relationship with the Greater Gallup Industrial Workforce Program. So whatever they need, whether they get placed the day they graduate or they get placed a month later, we're going to track and follow, and if there's something that they need in order to advance to the next level, we'll find out and figure out how to make them get there and how to get them there and provide the whatever kind of assistance we need to do that.
Okay. Well, you mentioned something, you know, we can read a book and we can have book learning or book knowledge, right? But that experience, that hands-on, there's something, someone told me years ago that, did you learn to write cursive when you were a youngster?
Yeah.
Well, there's a connection between writing and what activates the brain. So your experiences, your hand-on experiences, activate the brain. So the more of those experiences that you have, it's going to be there. You won't lose it.
It'll be instilled in our mind.
That's right, it will be. So practicing those things is really critical.
Yes.
And I've had people say to me, well, I never learned cursive. Well, let's just write in the air, okay? Write in the air, because that does something to the brain. So all of those hands-on things that we do with our fingers, with our hands, walking, whatever it may be, that activates the brain to learn. So you're going to do well. I know you will.
Thank you.
How many students do you have right now in your program?
I have 12 students in this program.
And there were 12 that applied.
That's it. There was a few more that applied, but the 12 that are in are the 12 that were originally selected.
You still have them with you.
I have them, yes.
So you did a great job of selection.
They did a great job of signing up. I just, I like providing the opportunity, but I'm on, like anybody else, it's a program. So if you sign up, the likelihood of you getting in is strong if you do everything on the front end. But staying in is difficult. It takes attendance, it takes direction, it takes intention. And everybody in this class, and these two in particular, are folks that have that. And they're in the program for the reason that the program exists. Mm-hmm. Their ultimate goal is to be successful, and they're doing a hell of a job.
That reminds me of something Tony Dingy said. Be on time, no excuses, no explanations. So I'm trying to put some of those little sayings of his on our television so that it stays. And then there's another one of my athletes that I've become fond of, and it's Steph Curry with the Golden State Warriors, and he said, train the mind and the body will follow. I wish you all tremendous success.
Thank you.
And you success with this program.
Thank you very much.
I know you're going to be having a new one coming up. What day?
We're starting January 20th. We'll start the next class. So the recruitment is going to open up quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I'd be on the lookout and start reaching out, and send me your name and number, and I'll absolutely get to you and tell you the process of how to sign up.
Wonderful. Well, I thank you for joining us this evening at Here, There, and Yonder. And we look forward to your graduation. We hope to be there as you graduate and receive your certifications.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for having this dedication to this program, Johnny. It's something that we've needed in our community for many, many, many years.
Absolutely. It's a great community, and it deserves to be successful.
Right. Well, thank you. And thank you for tuning in to this edition of Here, There, and Yonder.